Beat last year's premiers Essendon by 18 points. That's when the Demons were stringing together 5 wins on the trot at the start of the season. This time, Essendon further weakened by injury, but also the Demons without Alan Jakovic. Let's take a look at some highlights of the first half from the MCG.
The field already. How's that for a quick change and Kilpatrick on? So centre wing, Viney gets it to Dyson. Dyson, the long kick into Lyon. Oh, gee, that was magnificent use of the body by Lyon to go back and take that mark. What a start to the Demons if he can kick this for their third. He's only 25 metres out. Oh, he's put it right through the middle. Well,
Dines to Dyson. Can the Demons again take it out of the centre? Dyson caught, grabbed the throw, Essendon free kick. Advantage paid. They need something to happen quickly. Dedham up towards full forward. Good mark, Cummings. Distance not a problem. It's a goal. The Bombers on the scoreboard. Kick out of the pack from O'Donnell. Kicks it up towards midfield. Phoebe. Matthew. No, it's Stephen who takes the mark. Stephen Phoebe from left centre wing. Excellent vision. Guess who he's found? Matthew. Can he make it 3? Low trajectory. Drop punt. Yes, he can. Great goal. 3 in the first quarter. Marking contest at half forward. Simons tries to paddle it forward. Wangani a chance. Great speed. Gets clear, shoots at goal, but misses. Or has he got it? It's there. Kicks into the square. Schwartz the target and marks. Angle's going to be a problem. Runs around, kicks. Has he got Melbourne 7th? Yes, he has. By Primke. Todd Viney and Barry Young. Stephen Phoebe comes into length assistance. Wanganeen. The Brownlow medalist. This should be a goal to Cummings. He's got to turn and kick. He does, and he puts it through. Great goal. A high kick, travels only 35 metres. Wanganeen, can he do something here? Great hand pass to Cummings. The same too. The same result.
Well, Melbourne made a great start, 7 goals to 3 in the first quarter, and at half-time their lead is 17 points, 9-4-58 to 6 goals, 5-41. We're going to pick up the replay at the start of the second half, and joining Peter Landy and Peter McKenna in commentary, Terry Wheeler.
Very cool conditions at the MCG as we start the third quarter. 17 points the difference in favour of Melbourne. Steins looks for Cowell, 2 good knock-ons. See the ball almost at the edge of the square. Masiti, despite the tackle, out to Simons. Oh, big bounce, got it back to Grenville. He looked for a hand pass to Kilpatrick. Wasn't a good one, but it went to Alessio instead. Simons from right half forward. Oh, Steins did well for his other overseas compatriot in white. That's a terrific kick. Distance-wise and direction-wise. Cowell takes the mark. Cowell on right centre wing was met very heavily by Delaney in the first quarter. He got up and recovered. Danaher off the ground. Kicks it back to Cowell. Dragged down by Buick. Denham applies a tackle. And it's all tied up off the edge of the centre square. Todd Viney hands the ball back to the umpire. Vernon, Carey and John Harvey, the umpires this afternoon here at the MCG before a pretty good crowd. The footy's warm, but the weather's not. Stephen Phoebe, 8 and 6. That's his 9th kick now. Oh, great mark! Schwartz. Where did he come from there?
A ripper mark.
Hey? I didn't even see him, and he gets in to take this mark over Thompson. Terrific.
He just throws himself in at every contest, doesn't he? Even the photo on the back of the paper during the week, just throwing himself around so acrobatically. Has some fine athletic qualities, this young man.
To David Schwartz, he's kicked 2 goals, 2. Third of the Demons' best and fairest in 1992. He's got that one. That's his third. And that's the start that Neil Barham would have liked to begin the third quarter. Melbourne 10-4, Essendon 6-5.
And they've jumped just as they did at the start of the game in the first quarter. Very aggressive in at the ball, being prepared to work in, and the 2 Phoebe boys being the main instigators of the thrust forward. Schwartz using his reach advantage ahead over Thompson, and a great goal from a long way out.
So just the start the Demons wanted. The start of the third term, there's Graham Yates. Ooh, they've tried to crash through. That was Hilton. is Wanganeen, who's responsible for a couple of Essendon, or 2 handballs he gave to Cummings for gimme goals.
Essendon just need a little bit more of that type of magic right around the ground and not rely on just Wanganeen to be the provider of that.
So the bounce halfway between centre of the ground and half forward for Essendon. Now that's Primke trying to press his way through. And another deadlock, and the umpire will bounce again. Melbourne have looked the better side, Terry.
Oh, they have. They definitely have right throughout. The way in which they've got their goals, they've flowed forward and been able to score, whereas Essendon seem to have really had to battle through the midfield.
So there's Sean Genham, a quick kick to the half-forward line. Phoebe Smothers now. A hand pass. Comes to Todd Viney. Todd Viney to centre wing. Masidi flies at the back and it comes off hands. And I hesitated on that Phoebe. I think it was Stephen Phoebe who gave that original hand pass.
Great to see Bomber Thompson give young Masidi a bit of a spray there for not spoiling from behind but trying to mark over the top of Cal.
Salmon, did that well to get it to Denham. Good ruck play by Paul Salmon. Here's Alessio at the back, very mobile. On the Grenbold. Grenbold set sail for home and David Grenbold has missed. It just bounced the wrong side of the post. The South Australian disappointed with that kick. They could have done with it. The Bombers, they trail by 22 points.
22 points the difference and 16 and a half minutes left in the term. Melbourne kicking 7-3 in the first quarter to 3-1. An excellent turn by them. And it was Matthew Phoebe to get them going. His brother Stephen kicks in. Steins, who's having a pretty good afternoon, but a good battle with Salmon when they've been together. Love it. In front of Kilpatrick. Now to Matthew Phoebe. Target is Schwartz. Oh, one-handed almost. Umpire didn't play it. Chance for Delaney. Ball kicked off the ground. Out of bounds on the full, no. Must have just landed inside. Sean Charles, well, not remarkable stats for him this afternoon. Hasn't been able to get into the play that much. Ruck contest, 50 metres from goal. Schwartz and Danaher, one by Danaher. Dyson at the back. He'll try to get onto his left foot. The high kick travels only about 35 metres. Manton, good spoil to get it away from line. He's getting a free kick.
Come on.
Well, I posed the question to you two guys. What else could he do?
Well, I pose the question, well, let's see if he's hot. Now, he's not holding. Then he's coming at him. Goodness me, what is the game coming to? What do you think, Terry?
No, there was no free kick there, and the one-on-one contest, the umpires have got to be sure that there is a free before awarding them.
Lyon kicks his 4th goal. So the Demons go further ahead at the MCG, 11-4 to 6-6.
Malcolm Bligh joined
There's another Jenner player is enclosed into the set. I spoke to a couple of former star players at half-time, and they're incensed by the standard. So here's Schwartz. Brilliant in towards full forward. Lyon at the back. Gary Lyon did it well. Great play by Lyon. That is a brilliant goal. A top goal.
It was a top goal, Pete, but the contest between those two players was very, very similar to what they were doing before, and it was play on.
5 goals to the Melbourne champ, and that was class.
I think you've called it accurately here, Peter. There is no difference whatsoever in this contest as the one that was previously occurred, exactly the same, and this time the umpires allowed it to play on. Totally inconsistent.
Well, the result was the same anyway. Gary Lyon, 5 goals. The Demons on fire at the start of the 3rd quarter. Cowell to barge his way through. Salmon a chance. Now Kilpatrick. Cowell again. Oh, great stuff. But they're losing some ground, but not too many fans. Terrific start again to the 3rd quarter. Matthew Phoebe hurt in that marking contest. And he gets up holding his right wrist. Ooh, that would have hurt. Especially with the temperature hovering about the 10-degree mark. The Phoebes have been the stars for Melbourne, especially in that first quarter. Jimmy Steins. Steins at right centre wing. Stephen Phoebe 11 and 7. Matthew 9 and 6, their stats. And there's Schwartz. He hasn't done much wrong today. 9 kicks and 6 marks. Too far out to score. In fact, Matthew Phoebe coming off the ground after that marking contest. Let's hope he's okay. Delaney had it underneath him. Cowell again, taken out of it by Manton. Bomber Thompson, that was too high, was it not? Charles tries to break away, and Thompson will take the free kick at just up from the full-back line. 7-3 for the Essendon veteran. He goes short to the member stand side. Salmon the target. Steins went with him. Doesn't come up with the football. Norrish, quick hand pass away to Hilton. Onto his left foot. Good centering kick. Lyon leads out well. Punch away by Manton. Masiti and Cowell into the arms of Charles. Here goes goal and kicks it. The Demons on the burst. 13-4 to 6-6. 40 points the difference.
A very fine sharpshooter is Sean Charles, but the most impressive part of this play was the work by Darren Cowell. When it comes here and it's up in the air here, Cowell deliberately put it down to Sean Charles. He knew he had the player in position, was able to direct the punch straight to him, and Charles didn't let him down whatsoever.
Here we go again from the centre. Salmon tries to bring it back. The Demons on top. Brett Lovett, they're playing great football, Melbourne. Lovett looking for Lyon. He smothered that beautifully. Taken by Anthony Danaher. Onto his brother Chris. Bomber Thompson to Salmon, and Salmon marks on centre wing. He gives it off to Denham. They need 3 or 4 quick goals. Essendon, that is. Oh, good kick, Denham. Oh, not marked by Cummings. He should have marked that one. Back to Kilpatrick. A one-on-one contest up in the square. Alessio at the back. Read it well, then couldn't mark. Gilbert gets it to Yates. And Yates finds Steve Phoebe at half-back.
His brother Matthew off the ground still after incurring what appeared to be a wrist injury a few minutes back. Now Connor, it looks as though preparing to come on for Essendon. Steve Phoebe from the back pocket. Salmon and Steins. Salmon the stronger on this occasion, takes the mark. Being hooted, for what reason I know not. Oh, Simons, good attempt to mark. Is he being paid? No. Stephen Phoebe does the tidying up work for Melbourne. Steins! Great mark over Salmon. And you don't often say that. This is Dyson. Usually a pretty good kick. No mark taken there. Chris Danaher for Essendon. No one to give it to, so straight along the ground. Oliver Renshaw was nearest, but he was covered by Tingay. And so a throw in 55 metres from goal. The Demons by 40 points. We're not yet at the halfway mark of the third quarter.
Just at the back of the contest here, you could see Brian Wood, the Essendon runner, with a piece of paper in his hand, trying to figure out the next move that Kevin Sheedy wants him to complete.
Thompson's kick, lands half a millimetre inside the line.
He's tossing them around everywhere at the moment. Barry Young has come from the forward line. He's going back onto to Gary Lyon at full back. Ryan O'Connor standing up at the interchange bench, ready to come on.
Salmon and Stein wrestling. Norrish. Now Grenville. Todd Viney, tackled by Thompson. Back to Norrish at right centre wing or closer to half forward. Kicks it to the forward pocket. Cummings a chance. 2 hands to it. Recovers well along the boundary line. Almost out of bounds on the full. Came off, I think, his thigh. In fact, it was Barry Young. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket about 25 metres from goal. Gary Lyon, the star of this quarter so far. O'Connor and Schwartz. Lyon looks for a hand pass. Simons is there. Snapshot by Obst. Straight into the goal mouth, and the mark is taken by Lovett. Well, you make your own luck, don't you? Brett Lovett from point-blank range kicks the goal. His second. Melbourne increases its lead. You would think almost to a match-winning one. 14-4 to 6-6.
Geelong and...
So again, the ruck contest, Salmon. Well, he ends up with the ball. Good play by Paul Salmon onto the right boot. Brings it to half-forward. Simons caught behind. Gilbert did well. Gets it to Hilton. Hilton tried to kick, and the umpire's pinned him behind the ball. Bangladine. The lead is on by Cummings. Here he comes. Oh, he's dropped another mark. Ooh. Delaney. Caught. But in the meantime, there's a free kick back behind the play here. I think it's going the way of Melbourne. And the umpire telling players to settle down. It's going to Sean Charles. And umpire Grant Vernon giving him a little lecture. So, Charles. Good mark by the big fella. Summer's been good since quarter time. On to O'Donnell. Lovely kick by O'Donnell. He finds Manton 55 metres from goal. He can give it off here into the pocket. That's a good lead by Cummings and a good mark in the end. Promising young full forward. He's kicked 3 and dropped 2 sitters and marks, Terry.
Yeah, I just hope that hasn't robbed him of the confidence he was showing him, because this one he allowed to come in onto his chest. He may have dropped just a little bit in the confidence that he had at the start of the game on this approach.
Well, the Bombers, to say they need this is the understatement of the century. 45-degree angle. Oh, he's missed it way out to the right. And hit the behind post, so it's out in the full.
Well, there was enough evidence to suggest that he was going to miss that shot.
Halfway through the third quarter now. Number 14 for Stephen Phoebe. That's a good kick. Plenty of distance in that. Salmon, a hand to it. Lovell off the ground. Thompson and Otter Renshaw for Essendon. The latter does the shepherding. Oh, a hand pass a little bit too hot for O'Connor. Back to Bomber Thompson. His left footer, or Simons put in his bid for mark of the day. Didn't bring it down, but this defence of Melbourne's been terrific. Phoebe again kicks up towards centre wing. Cowell overruns the football. Masiti a chance. Cowell again. Still Masiti. Masiti again. And the umpire's given a free kick. Stephen Tingo to take it. Tingo right centre wing. Schwartz a juggle, but he's got the mark.
Don't do that.
And the umpire bringing his opponent back to O'Connor. Schwartz has kicked 3 goals too. Gary Lyons got 5. He's kicked a couple in this quarter. Matthew Phoebe kicked 3 in the first quarter. Brett Lovett's got 2 and Sean Charles 1. Kicked in this quarter. Essendon's main goal kicker, Scott Cummings, with 3. So David Schwartz for his 72nd career goal. 45 metres out, he's hooked it a little bit. I think it might be still in play. It is. Thompson gives it over to Chris Danaher. On to Grenvold after the tackle came there in the back pocket. Steins on his own, too far out the score, realises that, chips it in short, looking for Lovell. But Thompson reading the play beautifully, straight down the centre of the ground. And as I said before, the defence of Melbourne has stood firm pretty well. Stephen Phoebe's kick. He's been excellent. Lovell a chance to score. Inside 50, onto his right foot. Kicks long and kicks accurately for a goal.
He paid a free kick.
What's happened?
He's paid a free kick against the Melbourne player down the square. No goal.
Well, I was looking back up to the centre to see who was going to man up, but no score.
Well, now here's Steins caught. Oh, he threw that. The umpire paying the advantage. He did pay the free kick. Here's Buick. On great mark. Kilpatrick. Brilliant mark running back with the flight of the ball.
They need a goal here, Peter.
Here's Cummings. Oh, good lead. Gee, I'm impressed by this full forward. Again, he lit up the middle and bang, it hit his hands.
Kilpatrick off there. Hardwick back on now.
Well, he's taken 5 marks, Scott Cummings. He's kicked 3 goals, dropped 2 marks. And let's hope for the sake of the Bombers and himself he kicks this one.
As a full forward, this is the goal you are paid to kick.
So Scott Cummings from 45 metres lays back and he's hooked it. He seemed to lose his footing then. He just seemed to slip a bit as he kicked.
Yeah, he was leaning back there, and I think it was, as you call it, a result of his foot at ground level moving slightly.
No, they needed that one, although I think their task looks pretty forlorn at the moment.
42 points, not an impossibility, but the way the player's going, I have to agree with you. Phoebe again, kicks in and kicks long. Simons has got the mark. Two Essendon players would have raffled it. Sean Denham, he's off. He knew it too, and the umpire called him. Centering kick, Gilbert in front, couldn't take the mark. Hardwick, that was optimistic. Now Oliver Renshaw, left foot snapshot, won't quite make the distance. And the mark on the last line of defence is taken by Hilton. To Phoebe. Left half back, Denham will stand the mark. He's been excellent this quarter, Stephen. Schwartz. Well, we were talking about the votes at half-time, Pete, and how difficult it was going to be. No one really standing out, but you'd be, I think, considering this guy, wouldn't you, Schwartz?
He's best on ground in my book.
Steins. Thompson has the fly and has the mark. Delaney. In the Pete Sampras shorts. To Darren Buick. Still he goes. Buick from left centre wing.
Courage.
It was needed. Courage was needed. Oliver Renshaw down. Hilton has the football. He goes across the ground. He's found the Irishman. The Brownlow medalist Jimmy Steins. A quick hand pass on to Graham Yates. Denham comes at him. On to Todd Viney. Viney from left half forward. Around Simons. Looking for options. Love it. Wangareen. Terrific interception and anticipation. Hardwick in front of Hilton. He hasn't taken the mark, and Hilton will do the tidying up work.
Good play by Hilton. Oh, this is danger for Essendon. Todd Viney. Clive Lovell. Andy Lovell in the Lion. Good lead by Gary Lyon. And 2 bites of the cherry. And the Melbourne captain is marked. He's kicked 5.
From 7 kicks. Not bad.
Well, Djakovic out. The responsibility's been on him, but I can't see Barry Young as a full-back.
I think Shooty's just run out of options there, Peter.
Barry Young's a full-back, and I'm an Olympic canoeist. Here's the kick from Lyon. Goal. 6 goals for the Melbourne champ. And I wouldn't like to have my money on Essendon for anything.
No, I think the game is now out of their control. Melbourne have come out and kicked the 5 goals straight in this quarter. I think Jimmy Steins' mobility around the midfield has been an instigator in that. And I'd certainly look at perhaps Manton now coming up to man on the Steins and Salmon down into the forward line to see whether he could pluck a mark and kick a goal.
Melbourne kicking 8 of the last 9 goals. Alessio. Delaney's there. To Simons from midfield. He'll be looking for Cummings. White man's up on him well. Gilbert gets back quickly. Manton should kick a goal inside the square and does. That fire Essendon up. Norris lost it. Denham likewise. Norris regains his composure and comes out with the football. Kicks to half forward. Great mark taken by Grenfell running with the flight of the ball. There's a bounce. Straight down the centre of the ground. Buick, Hilton, Alessio overruns it. Charles comes in, went without the football. Oliver Renshaw dives on top of it, and the umpire will bounce it at midfield. Just wide of the centre square. 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd term. Melbourne 15-4. Great kicking, and Essendon 7 goals, 7, 49 points. Bounce favours neither side. Kick out from Charles. At the back, Obst. Back into the side and back into form, maybe. To Lovell. Well, he had a goal before. It wasn't allowed. Nearly tripped up there. Stewie goes Andy Lovell. Brings it around. And this time he's got the goal. Yes, sir. Great kick. Well, I'm not going to take that one off him. 16-4, 100. The Demons crack the tongue. Essendon 7-7, 49. Trailing by 51 points.
and a great goal there from Andy Love. I think what you can see now at the stadium here, just the whole Melbourne side really now gaining confidence in each other. They're all moving together, they're running strongly, and their ability to finish the work off has been first class.
Well, they're taking miracle now for the Bombers. Wanganeen, he's done a couple of nice things, but well, I don't know whether he is a midfield player. You know, Hardwick, he's got the ability, but he just doesn't seem to fire as well up there. The big kick in towards full forward, taken away by Sean White. Here's Hilton. Back across goal. Steve Phoebe kicks to the space. Steins and Salmon. Oh, look at the agility of Big Salmon. Well played, Paul Salmon. The kick finds Denham by an ordinary hand pass. That was Morris. Now Buick. Wanganeen. Well played by Wanganeen. Delaney with pace. From 50 metres, Delaney kicks a goal. And it's touched by Cummings and White and forced through for one behind.
Only 3 minutes now left in the quarter. And 100 plays 50. Some nice symmetry about the scoreboard. 50 points the difference. And if you're a mathematics student following Essendon, I don't think you'd be too impressed. Yates. Thought about giving it to Steve Phoebe. Goes to Lovett instead. Lovett from left half-back flank. Sean Charles the target. Well, got behind his man Thompson. Still comes down with the football. On to Cow. It was met solidly by Delaney in the first quarter. Recovered okay. This is Norrish. Oh, beautifully weighted kick. And Gary Lyons says thanks very much. He's kicked 6 goals, the skipper. Had a particularly good quarter. And leading out well is Schwartz. As Peter McKenna said, his opinion best on the ground.
Oh, no doubt.
Funny old kick as Rain starts to fire. It bounces through. Well, when you're hot, you're hot.
Foster's 1994 AFL Premiership season.
The Demons by 77 points, their third biggest win ever over Essendon. Lyon kicked 8 goals and Schwartz kicked 5. Phoebe kicked 3, that's Matthew Phoebe. And for Essendon, Cummings kicked 4 goals. Barry Young reported for disputing an umpire's decision.